There's blood all over the house.
Okay.
My brother-in-law's in the bedroom. It looks like someone has beat the hell out of him.
Okay.
There's blood all over the front room.
Breaking news starting us off tonight here on NBC4 at 6. We now know the names of the 8 people gunned down execution style in Pike County yesterday. Good evening. I'm Candace Lee. Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine and the Pike County Sheriff's Office say the following people were killed. 20-year-old Hannah Gilley, 40-year-old Christopher Roden Sr., 16-year-old Christopher Roden Jr., 20-year-old Clarence Frankie Roden, 37-year-old Dana Roden, 38-year-old Gary Roden, 19-year-old Hannah Roden, and 44-year-old Kenneth Roden. It began with reports of multiple deaths at a property on Union Hill Road east of Peebles. The crime scenes are spread out over several miles. Victims were located at 3 homes on Union Hill Road. Another man was found dead in a home on Left Fork Road, about a 10-minute drive from the first crime scene. NBC4's Courtney Yoon joins us live in Pike County with the very latest on this case, including a $25,000 reward being offered to catch those that are responsible for this. Courtney?
Correct, Candace. Yeah, that's the newest information that we've gotten today, that offer of that $25,000 reward in connection for any information that leads to an arrest or conviction for the people responsible for these murders. And again, still no arrest today and no description either of the suspect or suspects who committed these grisly murders. But the search is still on for whoever did this. And today we talked with a local pastor who's opening up his church to the Roden family, allowing them a place to gather and grieve. And we also caught up with one of the relatives of the Roden family who says they're just searching for answers.
Devastated.
Johnny Gamble says his wife is a part of the Roden family. We talked to him as he was on his way up to the Union Hill Church to be with his loved ones. He says he doesn't know of anyone who could have committed such a heinous crime.
It had to be some cruel people. It ain't guns that kills people, it's people that kills people.
Pastor Phil Fulton says he offered the Union Hill Church as a safe space for the Roden family to gather and grieve.
We are serving the family in any way that we possibly can.
He talks about one of the victims, saying she raised her family in his church.
It was a very hardworking lady. Loved her kids, loved her family.
Pastor Fulton says their community is a strong one, with volunteers and businesses constantly bringing the Roden family food and support at the church.
This community is heartbroken, shocked, wondering how could this possibly happen to us.
He says the family is devastated.
If we had tried to put ourselves in their place, they're broken, they're angry, they're grieving.
Pastor Fulton says his message to the community is to keep praying.
Hug your kids. Love your kids. Moms and dads come together. They say time heals. Time doesn't heal. Time just makes it easier to really grasp and to heal in the only way we can.
And of course, everyone here just wants to find answers in the suspect or suspects who are still out there that are wanted for these murders. And of course, that $25,000 reward is out there today. The Ohio Attorney General's office offering that to anyone who has information leading to an arrest or conviction for the people responsible for this crime. And the sheriff is asking that anyone, no matter how small you think the information is, to please send your tips. You can send those to 1-855-BCI-OHIO. Live in Piketon, Courtney Yoon, NBC4.
Again, here's what we know. 8 people, all members of the Roden family, were found shot and killed in 4 different locations. Right now, the sheriff and agents with the Bureau of Criminal Investigation are actively looking for the person or persons responsible. Pike County 911 got the first call yesterday just before 8 a.m. that 2 men were in a home on Union Hill Road in Piketon, bleeding, possibly dead.
He said he's got Union Hill Road.
Man, tell me what's going on.
There's blood all over the house.
Okay.
My brother-in-law's in the bedroom. It looks like someone has beat the hell out of him.
Okay.
There's blood all over the front room.
Ma'am, can you tell me what county that's in? Is it
Pike County.
On the way to the scene, deputies were flagged down and learned of 2 more crime scenes, all within a mile. The first bodies were found in 3 houses. Investigators learned of another scene about 10 minutes away. Deputies received a 911 call about a death on Left Fork Road, about 30 miles from the first scene. In all, 8 members of the Roden family, including a 16-year-old boy, were shot execution style. Some of the victims were in bed, including one woman who was killed with her unharmed 4-day-old baby laying next to her. 2 other children, a 6-month-old and a 3-year-old, also survived the shootings. Now, there were reports last night that Chillicothe police were questioning a person of interest in these killings. We can tell you there was a police presence there last night, but there have been no arrests. The Attorney General says there are no persons of interest so far in this investigation. For continuing coverage and updates to this tragic story, stay with us on air and online at NBC4i.com.